Cooking with Friends with my friend Tammy, and I'm gonna make my potato salad. My grandma Roberts taught me, and she taught my mom, and I've been making this since I was about 8 years old. And before I can get started making the whole thing, my son-in-law arrived, and so I gotta make a little bit of potato salad just for him because he's picky and he doesn't eat all the veggies. He thinks potato salad is potatoes, mayonnaise, and eggs, which is kind of gross, but whatever.
Boring, but
So
hey,
what we're gonna do first is I have my smasher. So I'm just going to mash up all the eggs. It's easier to do when they're room temperature, but they were in the refrigerator.
that's how I do mine with the little potato masher.
Yep.
It's so easy.
Much easier than trying to sit here and cut them up.
And I
don't
like it because
big
they're all kind of
chunks.
uniform too.
Yes. So I got my eggs. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the egg mixture out, about this much, a spoonful, put over here, because that's going to be for him. I'll show you how we do that in a minute. So in my potato salad, we, here in the South, we make Southern potato salad. But a lot of people don't make it the way I make it. So, what we main ingredient is actual dill pickles. And you can buy these already cut up in your grocery store. If not, then you want to just cut up regular, genuine dills. Don't use kosher, don't use any other kind of pickle. It has to be a genuine dill. Otherwise, it completely changes the flavor of the potato salad. So I'm gonna take what I have left over in this jar, and I have a new jar. And I'm gonna put it in my strainer because I don't want the juices. So that's not quite enough. So I'm going to give me a spoon here. And put me some more. Probably about, probably want about 3/4 of a cup of dill pickle for this much potato. And then the star of the potato salad though is diced pimentos.
That's the star.
This is the star. This is what makes the potato salad taste the way that it does. I've never seen anybody else ever use this, except for our family, mostly me and my grandma and my mom. So I'm gonna dump that in there and be letting it drain good. So what else we need is, and you wanna dice up your veggies really small. So I have about 3/4 of a cup of green pepper. I have one good sweet Vidalia onion, and about 4 stalks of celery. And I put these in my food chopper and chop them up. That way it gets nice and fine. You just want to get all that in there with your egg, like so. You just want to kind of mix it up. You just mix your salad as you kind of go. That way it doesn't clump together.
Now, Denise, let me ask you this. This is the way I do mine, as far as mixing it in a bowl. I do that because it tears the potatoes up, I think, if you mix and mix and mix everything in. Is that why you do it?
That, and normally I try to do this ahead of time to let my potatoes have plenty of time to cool.
Okay.
Now, I cooked my potatoes earlier, and I've got them over here. And the thing about potato salad is, and I've seen a lot of videos on people making potato salad. And I've seen a lot of people make potato salad. And they boil potatoes whole, and then they try to peel them or take them in their hand and cut them. That's just crazy.
It's like mashed potatoes.
It's right, and you can't cut them when they're hot. And when you do cut a hot potato, what happens? It breaks apart. So the way to make the perfect potato is peel them, dice them into bite-sized pieces.
See that?
Okay? Then put them in cold water and let them sit for about 30 minutes. The starch will start coming out of the potatoes. Then dump them into a colander and rinse them really well. This will get rid of a lot of the starch. Then put them back in a pot, put nice cold water over them, bring them up to a slow boil, and they only take about 6 minutes to cook. And if you do that, it won't boil over. The foam, which is your starch, it won't do that. So these,
That's a good
this was
point.
about 8 cups of cubed potatoes.
Now, what kind of potatoes do you use?
Only use Idaho potatoes. Yukon potatoes, will soften up and they'll become mashed potatoes. Red potatoes have a totally different flavor. They're
sweeter.
just not the same. That's good for German potato salad, but not for Southern potato salad.
Right.
So you always want to make sure you use Idaho potatoes. They're the best potato in the world for everything.
And it holds up really well.
They hold up very well. And you don't want to overcook them. The minute that they start getting tender, you want to take them off the heat, dump them into a colander, and rinse them well. And that again, it stops the cooking process.
Yes.
So you just want to dump all these
I've heard
potatoes
people
here.
putting them in ice baths even.
I don't. I just rinse them well and let them sit until they come to roughly room temperature. You don't want them hot when you go to mix them because they'll break apart and just become mash. So then I slowly just kind of fold it in. You don't want to stir. You just want to fold them so you don't break it up. But you want to make sure you get all them veggies off the bottom. As you can see, it doesn't have no color yet. It's got bell pepper, onion, and celery. But now we have our dill pickles and our pimentos. This gives it the nice color that we want. And again, we just want to fold that in together.
And that's really key, y'all, when you're doing this, because your potatoes will break and you want actual
Sure they will. And I mean,
potatoes.
even if this, you're gonna have some that's gonna break.
And that's okay.
It's fine. But you don't, as you can see this, they're still cubes, which is what you really want in potato salad. Now, we're going to add, I like using sea salt. The iodized salt is just a little bit different. I prefer just to kind of, not a lot, but the potatoes do need, and I don't pre-salt my potatoes, again, because it just cooks out into the water, and it doesn't stay in the potatoes. So you want to add that last. Then comes your mayonnaise. Now, I prefer Dukes Mayonnaise.
Amen, sister, amen.
It's very creamy. Now, a lot of people like Hellmann's, which is fine. Kraft is fine. But I find with them too, you start tasting the lemon juice that's been added, and I don't care for that.
And it takes over the flavors that you've added.
Ever use salad dressing for potato salad. You will ruin it. Completely ruin it. At least this version. So you just want to take,
Go Dukes Mayonnaise.
you don't want to put too much mayonnaise in there to begin with, because you don't want it soupy.
Yeah.
But then you need good mustard. No cheap mustard. And you want to put that right on top. And these are really hard to squeeze, but you just want to kind of...
Some things I can go generic with, and just some things you can't.
A tablespoon to 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. And then what I do is I just kind of mix that in with my mayonnaise a little bit before I start mixing, so that I have it already starting to mix.
It smells good too. I can smell the eggs and stuff.
And then you just slowly start
Pickle.
tossing it again, folding all of it in. And you can tell, and you need to do this quite a bit before you go adding anything more. Because the more you toss, the more the mayonnaise is going to get stirred. And you don't want it soupy. Nothing worse than soupy potato salad. You can actually hear it if you've got the right consistency. When you turn it,
you hear that?
You can hear,
swishy kind of.
Yeah, but it's not overpowering. And it's done.
Oh,
No
y'all,
more mayonnaise is needed.
Good potato salad.
Okay. Now, I'm gonna get a bowl down here.
I call this Southern potato salad.
And you know what I did? I
With a-
really messed up, so I'm gonna have to cook another potato because I forgot to keep potatoes out for Kyle's potato salad.
Oh.
But that's okay. I'll cook one real quick.
Okay.
He'll never know.
Yeah, he'll never know.
So
This is a Southern potato salad with a twist, y'all.
it is. And the reason that I don't mix it in the bowl that I'm gonna store it in is because, as you saw, when you have to fold in food, you need a big enough bowl to where you can go all the way up the sides and turn it. And you can't do that. This way you will mash your potatoes to smithereens.
I like a big bowl when I'm making biscuits
You gotta have a big bowl. And then you just want to turn it in there, like so. Because we're almost done, but not quite. Do it. And I picked the perfect bowl to store it in. We're just gonna set this off to the side. You just want to kind of smooth it out a little bit.
It's looking good.
Like that. Then you want to take paprika. Make sure it's not smoked paprika, just regular paprika. Smoked paprika has heat, and we don't want to put heat to it. So we're just going to lightly sprinkle, because, you know, you eat first with your eyes, not your mouth.
That's the truth.
So if something looks really pretty, you want to eat it. So you sprinkle it with paprika, and then most people have dried parsley on hand. Just sprinkle a little bit of green parsley on top.
How pretty.
And here you have
Look at that.
Grandma Roberts potato salad.
Thank you, Grandma Roberts.
And I guarantee you, if you make this and don't mix none of the ingredients, make sure you have all of them this way, your family will love it and never want another way of making potato salad.
And here's Brittany. This is
my adopted daughter. This is Tammy's daughter, Brittany. We met in church 20 years ago. So she was raised with my daughter, and this is her absolute favorite food that I make for her, because there's never enough potato salad for Brittany.
No, never.
And a couple of weeks ago, she had surgery, and what did I do? I made sure I sent potato salad to her, and she said it was the best medicine.
Yeah, it made me feel better right away.
It did, but it didn't make me feel better when I found out that she sent your potato salad to you and didn't give me any.
But guess what? Y'all get to take a whole bowl of potato salad home today.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Because I made potato salad last weekend
Oh.
and had with ribs.
Oh,
So-
yum.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, so this is my potato salad, and I hope you enjoy it, because I know they're going to.
We sure are. I tell you, Denise, thank you so much for letting us just come in and intrude into your kitchen. Because wait a minute, see here, she's not gonna.
I couldn't resist. That is spot on.
Spot on?
Yeah. Thank you.